We are early. We going to get you some shoes. Still Mills, what's the dizzle, man? We finna go see Mortal Kombat. Say what's up, JoJo.
Hi. What?
Why you say hi like that? Say what up.
No.
Why not?
Because.
Because what?
I don't know.
Daddy Sunday, we finna go do this Mortal Kombat thing, man. But peep game, man. We got to talk about. Oh, I saw some bullshit. A couple of days ago on this brother channel. I don't want to say the brother name. I don't want to come off like I'm clout chasing or nothing. You dig? Even though I would, if I did say his name, it wouldn't be clout chasing. This would be me dragging. You dig? Cause I ain't got it like that on my channel yet, man. My motherfuckers, I don't get views like that. I don't get comments like that. So it would come off as clout chasing, but nah, that wouldn't be the original intent. It would be just a drag. But he made a video saying that Jamal Charlo and Demetrius Andrade shouldn't fight each other. They shouldn't pit two brothers up against one another when they still got Canelo Alvarez out there to fight. And my thing is this: they're not supposed to fight each other. A fight with them two in particular would catapult them into the sweepstakes of getting the Canelo Alvarez fight. So they just not supposed to fight each other in a sense of, black nationalism. With this new agenda and shit that y'all cats is pushing that y'all really ain't too savvy about in the first place. Y'all have a few talking points and y'all run with it. Speaking of nationalism, man, that's Malcolm X. He's from my city, born and raised. Omaha, Nebraska. Not born and raised, born. This is near and dear to us. Anyways, Andrade, like I said, when you talk about Andrade has an argument of a Canelo ducking him or whatever because of what took place at 54. He has an argument. He does, and it's hard to argue against. Actually, if you're keeping that shit a stack, it's hard to argue against. He could have been undisputed at 160. He chose to go up and fight. Move up and who did he leave 160 to go? I think he went up there and fought Rocky Fielding. So he chose to do that instead of going undisputed in the division and fighting Andrade. You have an argument, but then he has an argument as well. I mean, undisputed most definitely is one thing. That's history right there. But he knocked out Sergey Kovalev when 68 or 60 is supposed to be his cap as far as where he ends his career at. And he went up there and he put home, he comatose dude. You dig what I'm saying? And was poised doing it, man. Like, he never looked overexerted. He never looked he never looked out of place. He never looked nervous in there. He never looked overwhelmed. He looked real comfortable the entire fight. With the fuck is called? I don't know who 407 is. I don't know that number. That's not my area code. 402 my area code. The fuck? No. Yeah, ignore it. That one right there. Good job. But 68 was maybe 60 was supposed to be his cap as far as his career is concerned. And for him to go up to 175 and, comatose Kovalev like that in the manner that he did, that shit spoke volumes. So it's logical, it's understandable, as to why he would move up. And I'm sure, he probably did want to come back down. Maybe not, I don't know. We can't say what it is that he did, whatever, fuck ever. But your body, you dig? Kell Brook moved up 2 divisions and came back down and got stopped by Spence in a fight that he was arguably winning because he just got gassed down the stretch. So your body, how your body functions, man. Not everybody is able to go up 2 divisions and come back down, or go up a division and come back down. So it does look like he is somewhat evading Andrade. It does. I personally don't think he is, but it does look like that. Charlo has no case whatsoever. I don't know where this, I don't know why people are running with this narrative that he surrendered his belts or whatever, man. He was stripped of his title because Golden Boy couldn't get him a match before the deadline. That isn't on him. It's not. So as far as these two are concerned, I just, well, one thing that bothers me is now the fighters have to be not only black but undefeated. Like you take Andrade, you take Charlo, with their undefeated stature, they haven't had half the career of a Danny Jacobs. And that's another thing, like, you know, just these people are so, you know, they're so quick to berate Canelo that they'll use Danny Jacobs as the sacrificial lamb. And that shit is just asinine to me, man. And really big up Jamal and Andrade. Like, I'm gonna call it like I see it. There's nothing that Andrade or Charlo would have been able to do with a Danny Jacobs. I'm sorry. The Danny Jacobs that fought Golovkin, no. That's too much skill right there. Entirely too much skill. He could match Andrade skill for skill. There's nothing that they would have been able to do with a cat like, you know, Danny Jacobs. But the thing is, everybody wants to talk about black and undefeated. Erislandy Lara was not undefeated. Mosley was not undefeated. I think Trout and Mayweather may have been his only undefeated fighters. I gotta go and look up Trout. But yo, everybody wants to talk about, you know, really brag on the Lara win, and Lara wasn't even undefeated. So it's like, why do you need to be undefeated in order to win? You know what I'm saying? To solidify a win against Canelo, as if the shit is just, you know, it's asinine. And why is he getting critiqued if he fights a dude who has an O on his record? James Kirkland had 1 loss. Lara had 1 loss in 30+ fights. And Lara's loss was hella controversial against Paul Williams. I've watched that fight multiple times. Lara beat the shit out of Paul Williams. He crashed that nigga. So why I'm not understanding this notion, you dig? Like, oh, black and undefeated, black and undefeated. Well, it's like, well, what are they doing to do, you know, to, who are they putting their O against? Everybody wants to knock Canelo. Oh man, he ducked Andrade and Billy Joe Saunders popped dirty. All right, yeah, you got a point right there. But Andrade also said, I don't want to fight Lara. He's boring. All he's going to do is run. He also said, he also got out of a fight with Jermell Charlo, who has official O on his, you know, a 1 under his loss record, and is arguably about to go undisputed. So there goes another notion of being undefeated don't mean shit. In all cases, get the fuck out of here. Y'all gotta quit. You know, y'all are so quick to berate Canelo that y'all will use y'all will throw Danny Jacobs to the wolves and disregard all his accomplishments, man. I seen the dude say, oh man, he a cancer survivor, this and that and the third. Canelo didn't get him till what, 2, 3, let me see. Yildirim, Smith, Kovalev. He had him 5 fights ago. He's far removed from cancer. And when he came back from cancer, he stepped on Peter Quill and got him out of there in 1 round. And went on a tear. Went on a tear in the middleweight division and earned his shot against Golovkin and earned a shot against Canelo. Everybody wants to gas Jamal Charlo up off of winning against Sergey Derevianchenko, which is cool. I won't take away from the win, even though there's a lot of, you know, people want to put an asterisk by it. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't even speak on why they put an asterisk by it, because it's a solid win to me. But Danny Jacobs was the one who gave Derevianchenko his first loss, took his O from him. You know, Crash Shulecki, him and Andrade's common opponent. Multiple title defenses against adequate competition. Luis, what's that man's name? The Cubano brother from fucking Milwaukee. Crashed him. This man has been putting in pain for some years and earned his spot, just for motherfuckers to say that because he lost to Canelo, now all of a sudden all of his accolades and shit get pushed to the wayside, because now, you know, now we know he can't beat Canelo. So now, all right, well, the next best hope for black, you know, for the black man to beat the Canelo is Charlo and Andrade. So they're gonna continue to push and pull for them. And brag on their undefeated status and all that shit. Oh man, they undefeated, black undefeated fighter, man, get the fuck out of here. You can be undefeated and not, it's a dude that has a better record than Floyd Mayweather right now. And he only a Mongolian dude, and we don't know who it is that he's fighting. You dig? Like, who are you fighting on the coincidental list? You dig what I'm saying? So y'all cats gotta stop with that shit, man. If we gonna be about it, man. That's what I'm talking about with you cats. Y'all niggas is bozos with it. Do not berate Canelo so much that you would throw a Danny Jacobs to the wolves. Because Danny Jacobs is far more accomplished than Andrade and Charlo put together. I'm sorry, he has a better resume than them put together. Their best wins are contenders, not champions. They have yet to dethrone a champion. And with they have one good, solid win between the two of them. Jacobs has multiple. It's not a comparison. So please stop that nonsense, man. Don't sit here and throw Danny Jacobs up under the bus, just, you know, because y'all hate Canelo that much. Y'all look like fools doing that. Danny Jacobs is that dude. You know, he didn't look too hot, you know, in his last match, but, you know, hey, whatever, man. He, you know, he might still be getting acclimated to the weight. But how dare anybody sit there and everybody want to talk about Canelo allegedly ducking Charlo. Charlo got barked on in Brooklyn by Danny Jacobs. And where's he at now? You know what I'm saying? That fight isn't no closer to happening than it was when it happened, when the altercation went down years ago. I came at the perfect time. So we're talking about, I don't know what that means. He was barking on dude. And his energy was different. It was way different. It was way different when he was in the face with a nigga. Hey, what we doing? Let's get into that. Danny Jacobs ain't ducking no smoke. And he still won it. So how dare y'all sit here and belittle Danny Jacobs and it means to berate, just to berate Canelo Alvarez. Stop acting dumb. Canelo is not ducking no Charlo. He does need to go holler at Andrade. He needs to holler at both of them, actually. But my biggest thing is, don't denigrate Danny Jacobs just to further denigrate Canelo Alvarez. And let's get out of this undefeated shit, because that isn't the end-all be-all. It isn't the end-all be-all. Jamal Charlo's little brother is proof of that. Peace.